Welcome all. This is InvoNews podcast and proudly powered by InvoZone, the leading software and web app development company based in Florida. And in this podcast, we cover startups and latest technology trends. And today we have Gabriel, CEO of Doxychain. Doxychain actually allows the efficient management of documents with blockchain. So how are you, Gabriel?
Yeah, pretty good. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
Very good, very good. Good to have you here with it. So could you please let me know a bit more about yourself? What do you do and how did you enter the world of blockchain?
Right. So I'm actually in the blockchain industry since 6 years. Obviously, first via investment in the blockchain, in the Bitcoin, right? I saw this is a great tool to make some money, but then I was really dive into technology itself. So I fell in love in the technology, and I spent last 5 years building a technology like purely blockchain-based solution, especially for enterprises clients, right? So I took a position working for Warsaw Stock Exchange, like Accenture, like Oracle, and it was all about building a really project using this technology, no longer about speculation, the crypto itself. And this is the way where I learn really a lot how to implement, build, project, and commercialize enterprises. And since 2.5 years, right now I'm building Doxychain.
Oh, nice, great. So what are the technologies you're using in blockchain specifically?
Actually, basically speaking, we built the blockchain by our own, but the consensus is used from the Tendermint. The whole Cosmos system is based on top of it. So my CTO, who is really genius in the blockchain, he took his experience from the previous projects and built the whole blockchain actually, which is fully compliant, which is predictable in terms of costs, and which is only focused for the security and transparency for documents.
Understandable. So like we are actually excited to know, like, from where did you get the idea of starting Doxychain, and were you alone or like you are having a team of blockchain who are actually involved in this as well?
Right. So first of all, I have a genius CTO who was previously working on very closely to such projects like Ethereum, Omisago, Golem, scaling to solution. Then I have one more co-founder living in Germany, very experienced guy who gave up corporate world and entered into crazy Web3 projects. And one more lawyer, and it's great interdisciplinary team where we combine business, technology, and legal, as we are very close to documents. So we have interdisciplinary co-founders team. Moreover, right now, 16 amazing talents who are working on the product development, sales of this solution. So the beginning was not so obvious. I mean, we went just for Global Legal Hackathon, and we thought that it will be just a weekly party.
Nice.
But then we took a second place for this tournament, for this hackathon. And then enterprises clients started calling to us, and we understood that this project, this idea, can be much bigger potential, has bigger potential than just weekly party, weekly hackathon. So we give up working for other projects and we start to build Doxychain by our own.
Understandable. All right. So could you please let us know about like Doxychain, like how is it making document management secure with the use of blockchain?
Right. So we find our sweet spot as a bridge between Web 2 and Web 3.
Hey guys, enjoying our conversation? Let's meet at JIDEX event happening in Dubai, and I'll be talking about blockchain and metaverse. You can find us at Pakistan Pavilion CC1 stand 40.25, and let's explore possible synergy. Have a good day.
And we are obsessed about documents, right? So on the one hand side, enterprises would like to enter with the operations and with the documents to Web3, but they have so far they don't have this bridge. There is a real gap because they can, for example, use Ethereum, but Ethereum is not adapted just for the documents.
Oh, yes.
On the other hand of this bridge, you have already existing Web3 startups, DAO, and they still need with the operations legal from the Web2 world. So Doxychain is fulfilling this gap. We are really becoming the bridge for those who would like to be in the Web3 and for those who are already in Web3, but they are still have to, for example, have a signing document process and make it binding, right? So we are really becoming the bridge for those entities, for those two worlds. Moreover, you ask how we find the security and the transparency. So the idea behind Doxychain is to change the trust paradigm in the document management systems. So in our particular case, it's not a situation when we ask our clients to trust just Doxychain just because we have a blockchain, but we deeply encourage our clients to co-create the system with us. So taking a node of the system, and then the distribution is purely taken, and it's, this trust is really distributed to hands of our clients. So this is exactly the idea where we challenge the status quo, the status Web2, where everything was centralized and we have to trust, basically speaking, third party. No, we see that the system should be decentralized and co-created by the communities and co-created by your clients, right? So here we are, how we see that blockchain can be a really game changer and how Doxychain will be the leader of this market.
Understandable. So I believe like Web3 is booming right now, right? Like we are also getting a lot of queries related to Web3. So yeah, like Web3 is one of a kind thing these days, right? Am I right?
Absolutely. No, we are at the very beginning of this phase. Like a huge investment was committed last 2 quarters. As I am following the venture capital, the investment overall to startups was rapidly going down, while Web3, you can observe the investments were growing, right? So the innovators, the investors, venture capital, the money is there. Right now about validation and strong use cases, right? But because when we will focus only on the technology without business adaptation, it will not last very long, this hype. But if you will really find a great use cases, this is exactly the momentum where enterprises, where business should keep an eye on. This is amazing time to enter this space, right? And I probably agree with you right now. Web3 are probably one of the biggest buzzwords in business, in the technology. So in this very huge hype about buzzword, I do believe there is also great technology behind, which can no longer will talk about revolution of the internet, but actually it's the natural evolution and natural direction of the internet, right? So yeah.
True that. Do you think that the blockchain technology is truly capable of dealing with the concerns of data integrity and document management?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the use case, having a blockchain technology, which in this case will not about the speculation, launching some token, but about security, that you will put some kind of documents, making signature binding, and blockchain will become natural, like notary on demand in this case, that no longer you have to go to the third party, but you have an insight into the lock and cryptography. It's a beautiful of the math, and this is the beautiful of the decentralization. So I do believe that document management space, especially if we talk about very important documents, can be a game changer for the market.
Oh, very good. Sounds good. Thank you so much for answering it pretty nicely. And I would like to know, like, in your opinion, like, which industry is using blockchain the most of terms of document management, or is it the education sector or the healthcare sector?
Yeah, I mean, in Europe, I'm from Warsaw, right? I'm from the Central and Eastern Europe, where in Poland, the fintech, we have very, very mature and growing rapidly fintech sector. So the banks, in comparison to the rest of the Europe, investigate the most prominent use cases. We have actually, I see that Poland actually like as a R&D region for the rest well-established huge enterprises, banks, corporates. Right now, really, I would say that the fintech and broadly understood banking system is the one who put the security of the documents at the very first place.
Exactly.
And for instance, you can see that the biggest bank in Poland use Hyperledger Fabric technology to secure their documents, which the documents they submit to the individual clients and make sure the individual clients that, for example, terms and condition for opening the bank will be not changing in time, right? So it brings completely new transparency and trust between individuals and the banks. And I see more and more use cases about NFT, about insurance policy, or telecoms investigate more and more also NFT about certificates and documents. So from my perspective, still it will be broadly understood financial system. Nevertheless, we are talking and we observe that in Germany, for example, great use cases about telecoms and insurance, right? So this is growing, and still we are at the very first days of this journey.
Understandable. Got you. So I would also like to know, like for entrepreneurs, like out there or on the globe. So like who want to enter this world of blockchain? Like I want to know the challenges specifically you have faced or you are facing right now, especially in terms of technology, specifically in blockchain.
What would be the challenges for entrepreneurs to enter into this industry?
Yeah.
Right. So first of all, lack of great interfaces, because a lot of blockchain projects are really great about building outstanding infrastructure.
Exactly.
But they very often forget about build also easy peasy UX that allow me on the daily basis really enjoy this application without no clue that there is a blockchain or something other technology, because I don't really take care about the technology. I taking the value which this product is giving to me, right? So in our case, for example, we built a great infrastructure on the backend, but it was also ultra important that if we, for example, implement this for the legal firms, and this legal firm would like to sign documents with the external clients, these external clients shouldn't know that he should know that there is a blockchain, right? He just would like to legally and easy way sign documents, but the legal firm, it was the one who put the security and transparency in the first place. So according to a question, right? I think that we so far, I'm observing the very strong push to the infrastructure. We're still lacking about great UX and working to upfront to the clients, right? So for example, we have a MetaMask, but still only 50 million of the MetaMask, but it's a great wallet that actually should have everybody, right? So this is exactly.
I personally use, like, sorry to cut you off here, I personally use MetaMask.
And it's absolutely amazing, but
but
you will see there is not so many people. Ask your friends if they use MetaMask as well. Probably not, because they don't understand why. They don't understand why because they didn't play with it. Why they didn't play with it yet? Because the UX maybe was not so easy, that the barrier of entry was not so low that, for example, logging to our bank accounts, right? So I think that a lot of to be improved at the UX layer and interfaces, and there we go to the moon.
Okay. All right. So another question, like, where do you see Doxychain like after 5 years or 10 years? You plan to add new features or like anything you want to make a Doxychain a stalwart player in the market? Right.
So right now we deliver our solution as a SaaS. So once again, for example, we are launching Doxy certificates. Doxy cert, it means that physical art can receive certificates via our solution. So once again, it was very important for us to be great about UX and front end to the clients, right? But the big game, it will be becoming the infrastructure number one for documents that, for example, huge enterprises clients can build the very advanced workflows, the very advanced smart contracts for their operations to make automatization, saving us a lot of money. But having their own front end, right? They take care more about infrastructure behind, because the front end they have and the front end they will create for them. So right now, Doxychain is a purely SaaS solution because it's important for us to show the rest of the world that we really take care about your documents using a blockchain technology. But we are more and more oriented also to build a great infrastructure that enterprises clients can easily, on top of our smart contract, the SL document management system, build their own advanced solution.
So like you write smart contracts in which using like Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, like.
No, the beautiful of this that we don't use, for example, solidity of the Ethereum. But we built our own domain specific language to prepare the smart contracts, right? So once you're writing smart contracts for the Ethereum, you're using the solidity. Once you would like to use Doxychain blockchain, you will use Doxy DSL. It's great. It's a great accomplishment for my technical team that we are aware of the fact that we should allow our clients write the smart contract. It would be so easy, and we prepare our own.
Sounds good. So like, what about the gas fees? Like, how do you cover the gas fees?
Right. So right now we have a purely consensus proof of authority. So there is no gas. Actually, the transaction cost can be neglected at this stage. Ultimately, it can become an issue in the future once we'll go and make ultimately public from the proof of authority to proof of stake. But this is not a problem at this stage.
Yeah, like a question just came into my mind. Like, what do you think about this merge recently Ethereum had, proof of work to proof of stake? What do you say?
It's very interesting because it allows the application be much cheaper. A lot of people said that this is time where everybody will jump into a blockchain. I'm very, very humble about such a super optimistic opinion. Once again, I still see this not as a revolution that we wait for the big event as a merge on the Ethereum, and right now the whole world will be based on blockchain. I see this as one of the barrier, but was one of many barriers to enter a blockchain, not as the most important one, right? So it's a great kudos to the whole Ethereum Foundation, everybody who contribute to this. It's amazing accomplishment for the whole blockchain industry. But I'm humble about this. I wouldn't see that right now we'll see revolutionary in the industry. Everybody knows about this, that later or sooner it will be done. So I think that a lot of projects which, for example, was waiting for this, they have already in their product map prepared for this. Great. It allows really enterprise also, and as it can be more predictable in terms of gas. Nevertheless, I'm humble and very curious how it shows up ultimately. I think also market was prepared for this. So yeah, let's give a year to two and we'll see what will be changed.
So do you think like it will reduce the gas fees with this merge happening or happen?
It will. It was the main idea about this this merge.
Understandable. So one last question from you, Gabriel. Like, where do you see document management on blockchain in the next 5 to 10 years?
Where I see the biggest use cases, the biggest implication of this? I mean, I see especially in the transaction on documents where we have so many people that don't have to trust each other, or the big was so big that they need to so huge guarantee about the transactions. I see this also in the multilateral signature, in the mutual where you have a lot of parties, and I see that the smart contracts can be a game changer for this industry.
Yeah.
Why? Because we have already great solution in Web 2 as a Doxychain.
Yeah.
But it gives you opportunity to legally binding, electronically legally binding contract. But please take a look that your documents are still passive. They don't act for you. If you prepare smart contracts that, for example, will trigger some third-party action, like for example, I will have a lease agreement with you, and it will be trigger some payment to the third party. It will be not longer we will talk only about documents itself, but we will talk about documents that can trigger something, some operations. We will then change actually the whole definition about documents, right? So I see that the smart contracts can make your documents really working for you. And this is the Web 3 and the automatization. And Web 2, your documents was beautiful, electronically signy, but sorry, they were still static. They were not working for you, right? I see that documents definition will be changed, much higher, the policy insurance. Let's imagine a case, for example, when you will sign as an insurance company, the policy, insurance policy, and this insurance policy can be determined for the weather condition triggered by the oracles from Web 3, right? A lot of savings, a lot of automatization. I'm also very curious about the future of this domain, but the smart contracts will boost this market to the enormous number. So let's see, and let's catch up in the next 2 years, and we will see.
Oh yeah. Well, that's pretty much the great information you've given to our audience, and thank you so much.